Hi, my name's Winnie and I'm going to do a review on the third episode of season 4 of Game of Thrones. I'm going to change it up this week. I'm just going to basically get to the best bits of the episode. One of the best moments has to be when Cersei is mourning for Joffrey and Joffrey's like laying on the table with these weird little pebbles in his eyes. I'm not sure if that's what's supposed to mean that he's at peace, but he's not at peace because he was pure evil. Oh yeah, can I just say thumbs up for Joffrey being dead? Like, party! So yeah, Joffrey is dead and Cersei is mourning. That's awful, that's horrible, blah blah blah. No, it's not really. Everybody's happy that he's gone. Cersei's the only person that's upset. Obviously, Cersei is crying over Joffrey's dead body, and Jaime comes in and they start talking and then they kiss, and then they kiss a little bit more. Then the next thing you know, she's like, "No, I don't want to." She's like, "It's not appropriate," and he basically rapes her. I'm not gonna lie, when that scene happened, I was a bit confused. Let me explain why. Because a part of me, at the first, I was like, oh, she is saying no, but she's like kissing him still and whatnot. But then realizing, no, 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 she means no, no, get off of me. And I think, obviously, I can speak for every like woman out there. Being raped is like one of the worst things that can ever happen to a woman or anybody. But you know, normally it is women that fear rape the most. So when he rapes her, not only is it like traumatizing to watch because I'm confused because she's so evil, you sort of think like nobody cares about whatever happens to you, but at the same time, no woman deserves to be raped that way, especially because this thing is her brother. But at the end of the day, she has consented years ago, decades even, to have that type of physical relationship with her brother. Jaime raped her. Jaime, who is good, seems to be good inside, does such a violent act. It's so confusing. And then Cersei, the evil Queen of Madness, is the one that doesn't have any power, but not. You want to see her not have power, but not in that way. I think most of the audience hopefully agree with me that we all wanted to see the bitch dethroned, not that way. It was very confusing. And also the fact that like they were doing it in front of their dead son. Obviously, I don't believe Joffrey really deserves any type of like respect. But even I was like, oh, okay, this is getting a little bit too crowded up in here. So yeah, rape, awful, weird, traumatizing. First time I have ever, and probably will be the last time that I feel bad for Cersei. Another one of my most favourite bits has to be the moment between Pod and Tyrion. Pod goes to see Tyrion and Pod tells him how people have come to him basically saying that if Pod admits to like important people or like confesses to important people that Tyrion was the one that poisoned Joffrey and he like saw him buy poison or something like that, then Pod will get loads of money. Tyrion's obviously like, what did you say to them? Then Pod reveals that he said no to the offer, and I'm really actually touched by Pod's complete loyalty through season 1, 2, and 3. Pod has been the one, well, one of the few, along with Bronn, that has truly backed up Tyrion and not expecting anything. Because remember that in the war in season 3, some guy tried to kill Tyrion, and Pod's the one that stabbed that guy in the neck. And I have to give the guy props because in Game of Thrones, that it's rarely that you find, especially servants up in King's Landing, a true loyal servant. So, you know, I really do commend him. But downside, he's on Cersei or Tywin Lannister or one of them evil people's hit list. And Tyrion says to him, you need to go. Thank you so much for your loyalty. I wish that you hadn't done it because now you're in trouble, but I care about you. Peace out. Once again, you see Tyrion's soft, sweet side, but you also see his political brain working because he knows that Pod has to leave to survive. It's simple as. And Tyrion's not a person that lives in a dream world. He knows the statistics of what's going to happen to Pod. So, boom, he gives Pod's advice to run, and Pod silently agrees to it. That was one of those moments where even I was like, because it's just another lovely character and true character that's gone. I have to talk about how in this episode, when the wildlings jump on that village, when I say jump, I mean like massacre, I mean destroy, I mean cut it up differently. I'm not that bad when it comes to watching violence, but even I was like, it was just so raw. I couldn't. I'm still speechless over it. The way that the wildlings basically jump on this little cute town. All these country bumpkins are, you know, just chilling and living their little calm, tranquil life. And the wildlings just come in and cut them up and slit their throats and like scratch out their eyes, and like they have a thing of like eating the people that they kill. I don't know whether that's just a specific type of wildling thing, because the wildlings that we are seeing a lot of is obviously Ingrid and like the other ginger dude. That's cool. But we're also seeing these new wildlings who have shaved heads and like weird little veins coming across their face. I don't know whether the weird people with the veins across their face, I'm not sure whether that's like the normal thing with them to be like eating their prey. Literally, it doesn't have to be an animal, it could be a human. But to watch them destroy that village and cut up so many people, literally, it takes a lot for me to be like, but I was through that whole bit. I'm gonna have to skip to the ending of the episode. The best bit of the whole episode. The episode was incredible, but this was like the highlight of it. So Daenerys Targaryen with her blue robe, which I said once again I wanted it to be changed up, but apparently no, they don't do that in Game of Thrones. Everybody has to wear the same outfit. Daenerys Targaryen is looking all sexy and beautiful and powerful, and she basically comes across another city that she wants to take over, and she does this incredible speech where she is saying to the slaves, I want you to join me, but not as a slave, as an individual. You know, take off your shackles and be part of my new incredible society. Okay, that's not exactly what she said, but that was the gist of the conversation. They sent their top warrior, this random city that I don't know the name of and nobody really cares about the name. He's on a horse, he's all like galloping and all his business, and he gets off his horse and then he pees, and obviously he's really far away from them, but he pees, which is clearly a sign of disrespect. Him coming out was a challenge for Daenerys to send out her best guy to like beat the crap out of this dude. So she's looking around, she's like, I can't send you because you mean so much to me, you've been my longest friend. And then the new guy on the block, hot sexy dude with a beard that reminds me a little bit of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, that new dude is like, yo Khaleesi, let me deal with this. Sexy Aragorn, I think I'm gonna call him Sexy Aragorn until I find out his name. Sexy Aragorn is like, let me show you my loyalty by killing this dude. So it comes to the guy like galloping up to him. This is the dude from the other side, and Sexy Aragorn waits till like the last second, and literally Khaleesi and everybody's like, okay, what's he going on? When is he gonna fight? Is he gonna die? Is this like a weird suicide mission? Who knows? Sexy Aragorn brings out this little blade. As the opponent comes close to him, he throws the blade one time, some quick like flick, and he kills the dude, and the guy falls off his horse, and there's loads of smoke, and it's just like, boy, that was good. Like, it was incredible. Khaleesi's dude, who obviously just won the fight, whips out his willy and starts to pee, and has this beautiful little smile on his face, which is obviously a sign of, I've won, the piss is like up yours, people that thought that you could beat us. What are you going to do next? Khaleesi, bad woman, she is the definition of a strong, independent, fierce woman. Oh, note, where are Khaleesi's dragons? Like, I don't think you can like chain them up like a dog and say like, I'll be right back. So where are they this episode? I'm sure they'll come back. After Khaleesi's dude wins the fight, she brings up those catapult things. I think that's what they're called, catapults. Anyway, so Khaleesi brings up the catapults and is like, load them! Okay, I don't know if she says that, but she says something along the lines of that. And you're thinking like, okay, arrows or some type of weapon. So she fires the catapults. You see them whack against the walls of the city, and they actually get inside the city. And you see that she has done the smartest thing ever. The catapults were loaded with shackles, and obviously the shackles show that she has taken in previous slaves and actually set them free. So the slaves of this random city look at the shackles, and you can clearly see that the clock working in their head like, hold on a second, we could be free. Her mini society that she's building is on point. She has soldiers, she has like women, children, you know, she has everything it seems at the moment. She's building her army and it's becoming more and more incredible. Yeah, those are my top 4 moments of the episode. Tyrion and Pod's beautiful, sensitive, sweet scene. The rape of Cersei, which can I just say is not something that I enjoyed. I'm very against that type of abuse against a woman or anybody, but it has to be in one of the top scenes this episode because it was just so jaw-dropping, crazy, stunning, like, moment. The wildlings' crazy, savage, traumatizing attack on that innocent village. And then finally, the best part of the whole episode has to be Daenerys's kick-ass shackles moment. Thank you very much for watching my review, and hopefully you guys tune in next week. Goodbye.